We are live! Oh man, I didn't get all the weak shit.
Sorry. It's also fun because I think you pointed this out last week because that's kind of our catchshphrase, but we're never live. I think we've done one live
I
episode.
only keep doing it because we like.
It's great though. I love it. Yo, here we are. Fucking, it is Friday, October 9th. We're watching the Lakers in the fucking Miami Heat go, but we also got the hot bits ready for you.
Woohoo, go Lakers!
Whoop whoop. Yeah, they're playing for the Mamba,
I
right?
started watching on fucking shitty bunny ears and it's fucking all glitchy and shit.
Yeah, I have not seen anyone have bunny ears for a minute.
Hey man, sometimes you know.
Also, because have you ever seen an old like, not Hey Arnold? What the hell is the show? Have you ever seen like an old Wonder Years type show where there's an old man like walking up to his TV, adjusting the rabbit ears, being like, "Hey guys, it'll work." Punches are duct taped to his wall.
It works great.
I mean, it
actually,
probably
it doesn't
works
really
great.
because it's kind of glitchy right
It looks like a gigantic cockroach.
now. It does.
Because it's got like a black like thorax and then two big antennas. Some good shit.
Keep it going while I roll this blunt.
Keep it going. All right. All right. So I will say this. I had a thought.
That's a first.
Yeah. So because you said you've seen the movie Birdman, right? The
Yeah,
Michael
yeah.
Keaton big one. I was thinking about this, and this is a thing related to the movie Birdman. But so if you remember, he plays Birdman, and his name is Riggin Thompson. That's the guy's name, Riggin Thompson.
Right.
Do you remember? There's like, because it'd be a crossover thing, I guess. But there's this old Superman villain. I don't know if you ever watched the Superman cartoon when you were a kid.
I did.
But he's like a midget clown guy with a hat. His name's like Mr. Mixficable. Like, his name is spelled like MZXX, but like the point of it is he's got like a name that's impronounceable, and the only way to beat him is you have to say his name backwards. That's the whole thing. Like, he's made of magic, so Superman can't beat him with strength. He has to like figure. It's like a Rumpelstiltskin thing. You remember, like, you have to figure out his name. Like, Superman is a villain that's like that, except you have to say his name backwards, right?
It's like, you have to just read a paragraph, Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah, really. All you gotta do is read a page of a Harry Potter book, and then also I want to say that's not fair by 50.
Fight.
Well, because like I knew how to read. Like when I was 6th grade, I read it in 8th grade.
Harry Potter's too hard, you think?
No, but the word, because it's all made up words. It's just like, even if you know how to read, it's hard to pronounce. They're like, the prisoners from Azkaban did the Glorch.
Hufflepuff? What the fuck is a Hufflepuff?
Well, yeah, you're asking a guy who doesn't know how to read to pronounce made up words. It's not fair. I think that's bullshit. Like, that's not fair.
It's not.
50. Or your favorite would be like a Floyd Mayweather's like, Nelly, you need to do the triple dragon punch. Like, just.
Oh, they're gonna fight. They're gonna fight. Dwight Howard and Jimmy Butler. Get off me! Get off me!
I hope they would.
I hope so too. Huge fight. I just want them to fucking start breaking each other's faces.
No.
Too bad a fucking shitty ass antenna keeps glitching. I think it has to do with
but also,
movement.
to get to the point. So there's a super villain, and the way you need to beat him is you pronounce your own name backwards, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the Birdman, Riggin Thompson, goes up to him, and the bad guy's like destroying the city, and he's like, "Oh, you beat me!" And he's like, "Well, oh, I can't do that, can I?"
Oh,
It's like, they're destroying the city, and everyone's like, "Aren't you gonna save us, Birdman?" He's like, "No, I've got an interview on The View tomorrow. If I say that."
But what does it spell? Nam?
Well, how could you possibly know what Riggin is backwards?
Oh, Reagan.
And why he wouldn't want to say that on live TV backwards?
I see. So the name of the guy is Reagan.
Yeah, he's Birdman's and that's true in the movie. His first name is Riggin. And so the bad guy's like, "Just say your first name backwards." He's like,
Like, yeah, how about you say my name backwards?
Yeah, he looks around, there's cameras on him, he's like, no.
Oprah's interviewing him.
Yeah. Well, why don't you just want to beat the villain, Mr. Riggin Thompson's like, I can't. No reason. Everyone needs to get out of here.
You're either a racist or you're either a hero.
It's the Harvey Dent thing from Barry. It's like, you either die a hero or live to see yourself the villain. Riggin Thompson can either live to be the hero by loudly saying his first name backwards on TV, or die the hero.
I'm a little distracted here.
No, it's fine. I feel like I'm placating the audience with
Keep it
my
going.
vaguely erased.
Hey man, Feast Buffet coming up soon.
Yeah, shout out to the audience.
Hey, shout out to Feast Buffet is open. We're back, baby.
Oh
I
my
hope I can go
God.
check it out. I'm gonna get fucking fat as fuck.
Yeah,
Right now.
also, if you thought the quality of the podcast has dropped in recent months, yeah, it's stopping. It's because the thing we love, the thing we live for is back, baby.
Oh, you know what? I didn't close my fucking windows, and it's gonna look all
Oh.
trashy and lighty. It's gonna be all weird.
I mean, you looked at it, but listen, you shut it all when you get up to smoke. Also, you seen this commercial, right?
Yeah, I don't get this commercial. I don't understand
The
the
white
like,
guy's
allure.
another rapper?
That's Bad Bunny.
Oh.
He's Puerto Rican. You should know that. You even got your hair.
Yeah, no shit. Wow. No, I didn't know he's Puerto. Yeah, he does have the same.
he's
All right,
Puerto
so
Rican.
listen. I went from not knowing him to officially this being the Bad Bunny
Dude, Bad
podcast.
Bunny is one of the biggest like superstars on the planet right now, probably. if I
So,
had to
but
say.
because
He's probably the biggest like Latin star in the world right now.
He's like Don Omar levels. You're actually probably
He's
on
more
that, 'cause
popular.
Don Omar
yeah,
never
he's more
broke out to
popular.
white people.
He's more popular than any reggaeton star has ever been. More than Daddy Yankee.
Wait, so even in
than-
2011, when reggaeton was like the
Dude,
shit, like
regga-
Daddy Yankee, he's even more than Daddy.
Dude, more than Daddy Yankee. He's
No
like
shit.
Bad Bunny is like he just headlined. No, that's J Balvin. J Balvin too though.
Because
he
I
just
heard
headlined
some,
Coachella.
well, I heard some of my coworkers talk about Bad Bunny, and I'm like, who the fuck is that? And they're like, you don't know him? Like, blah, blah. I'm like, is that a Little Dicky thing? Like, he's some like joke rapper? And like, no, man, Bad Bunny's hard.
Dude, I love me
he
some
grew
Bad
up in
Bunny.
the streets.
I
Like,
love me some Bad Bunny. I'm not sure if he grew up in the streets, but
no, I mean,
You know,
because
his
to me
music
that's
is
well,
good.
but I mean, the people telling me this are like, yeah, I'm a Jewish kid that like went to private school and
Mm.
college, and let me tell you, Bad Bunny is hard. And I'm like,
Yeah,
yeah, like,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Bad Bunny.
No, I'll check out Bad Bunny, man. It's actually fucking
Let's check him out.
un boriqueño. You know, I'll fucking check that shit out. I'll pretend to claim that shit when it's at my image.
Do you need speech therapy?
Yeah, I'm having a stroke on the podcast.
What's going on?
right now.
Sorry, we're gonna take a brief commercial break for Dude, I've been having a hard time like fucking enunciating and like I have to be more conscious of it. We have to start doing podcasts with like something.
I got some.
Toy boat.
Dude, I got some diction. I used to do that shit back when I used to do plays. I'll send you some diction exercises.
Yeah, dude, I'll eat
before
your
the pod.
addiction.
Yeah, just fucking suck it. 225 on
Suck
the
my
diction.
diction.
That actually sounds like it'd be like a
Like a Papa
1999. I was literally gonna say Papa Roach. Like, everyone suck my diction.
'Cause I got-
It's
yeah.
my last
Yeah,
sword.
that's what I got too. It was this is my last retort.
I'm not going to snort it.
You're a big bitch. I'm a loser.
Here we go. I'm a bruiser.
Look, I'm not gonna lie.
Did I send you the Khaleesi Rastafari and shit?
I don't think so. If you did, I'm telling you, my fucking phone's been all wonky.
Oh, so I think it's a joke, but there was who played Khaleesi on Game of
Just smell
Thrones.
that. I got a new flavor. That's my new flavor.
The blueberry?
Smell that.
Just rubbing it on
this
your
is melon,
balls.
but it smells like a Jolly Rancher, right?
That's it. Like I wouldn't have known. That doesn't smell like any fruit that exists.
In nature.
Yeah,
But
like
in unnature.
well, it's like that shit where you know like
Lost Troop.
it's like that shit where Homer's like purple's a fruit.
Yeah, this says purple
Like
stuff
that
in it.
that
Purple's a
smells
fruit.
like purple's a fruit.
Yeah.
But like
It says
like
purple stuff in it. And the funny thing is, it's purple. It's supposed to be a melon, but it's a purple.
well, because that's it. Like that's supposed to be a fruit, but it doesn't smell like anything made.
I never seen
in
a purple
nature.
melon.
Like,
You ever see a purple melon?
no, never once. Purple grapes, sure. Purple nutsack, maybe.
What?
Damn, his shoulders are fucking. Sorry, LeBron's shoulders look good. That's probably not a fucking revelation, but.
But it needed to be said.
I mean, it's like those are some. Also, Heat. Considering they're playing against LeBron, they are closer in most of these games than I fucking would have thought.
Well, I feel like right now they're playing for their lives, so
Yeah,
everything's going to be really intense. Everything's going to be really fucking hard.
especially well, when what's his name got injured, they lost
Tupac.
When Tupac got shot and they had to play with it with only his hologram form. I mean, they were fucked, man. That was their best
I mean,
point.
that hologram won MVP that year.
Do you think if a team ever did shitty enough, like say that it's the year 2040, the Chicago Bulls are last in the division. They're just like, we're unveiling our new player, hologram Michael
Jordan.
Jordan. Exactly. Yeah, like he's like he can't shoot, he can't actually dunk.
But you could see him on the court.
Yeah, but you fucking losers will come and watch this.
The thing is that they have such cool arena effects like that with like holograms and like special effects on the court. I'm sure they could do something like that.
Oh, they could. I mean, that's like Tupac performing at Coachella thing, and that happened like 6 years ago. Like,
oh, here we go. It's always good when you squeeze.
So, like, that's how like.
Oh, this is a good one.
I feel like that's the mark of success versus unsuccess. Is because like. I remember the first time I saw that was when I was a kid. They used John Wayne image in a light beer commercial. My dad was like, "John Wayne would never drink light beer." What the fuck? But for me, it's like say they just dragged my corpse on stage with marionette strings paraded around to promote Diet Pepsi. I'd be like, hell yeah, I made it.
Yeah,
like that's how I know I'm like. But some people like when it's Tupac like with the hologram, people are like this is a shame to his legacy. I'd be like. They could dangle my corpse on stage to sell popcorn. And be
yeah,
like,
I agree. I'm the same.
Yes.
But I have no self-respect, so.
That's it. But I mean, when Tupac started, do you think he had self-respect, or do you think that's
yeah.
something?
That's
But when you're famous enough, do you get your? Because my assumption is you have self-respect, then you get famous enough where you have to bargain it away. But then if you get famous enough, you get it back. Maybe Richard Sherman proves that wrong because he seems like he always had self-respect, right? You remember the fucking Seahawks fucking line, like
Yeah, play for the Niners now, baby. He's fucking one of the best corners in the league still.
that's what I mean because like it seems like he never sold like he never had a phase where he's like, yeah, I work for like I don't know.
He was one of the first guys.
He seems like he was always talented enough to be true to who he was. So I guess maybe that's a dream, but who can do that?
He's a smart guy. He went to Stanford. He was one of the first players in the NFL to negotiate his own contract.
Well, that's it. Like people called him a thug because people would call him a thug, and he would come out and be like, "I'm not a fucking thug. I went to college. Like I negotiated. Like if you think I'm a thug, you're a fucking racist."
Who in the media's out to get you, mom?
Well, that's it. Like people seem like, well, do you remember? It was right before their big Super Bowl where Seahawks paid the Patriots.
After their little Super Bowl.
Well, like, I remember seeing it happen because like. He was on camera celebrating, and some player came up and talked shit to Richard Sherman. He got mad.
Yeah.
Well, he got mad, but then a reporter came up and talked to him after. And he was so mad about the player talking shit, it kind of bled into the interview. He was like, well, fuck, blah, blah, blah. And, like, the person interviewing him was a white woman. So that everyone in the media was just like, Richard Sherman, a thug treating a white woman. Like, I just remember him getting such a raw deal. Like,
if I'm being honest,
yeah.
I feel like you're maybe a little misunderstood. There was... the one incident where they went to
the player
Super
tapped
Bowl.
him on the shoulder and walked off, and he was like in the play. He thought the player. My conception of it. I'm sorry. I remember a player tapping Sherman on the shoulder and walking away, and Sherman thought that person was talking shit to him. And then a white woman came to interview him, and because of the tap on the shoulder, he was kind of heated, because you would be right after you're right off the heat of the game, and he kind of like talked. Like a normal person would to the reporter. And then everyone was like, Richard Sherman treats a white woman reporter like a thug. And then, like, that's kind of how I remember it going down. If I misremember it, like, you know more about sports than I do.
Yeah, I think, honestly, man, you're misremembering. The incident I think you're talking about is when they beat the 49ers in the NFC Championship.
Because this would have been like 20.
He was talking. It was Richard Sherman was talking mad shit to Michael Crabtree. He was fucking with him the whole day. Michael Crabtree was also talking shit.
And I didn't know he was fucking with Crabtree before.
And then when the Seahawks won, it was on the last play by Richard Sherman batted the ball up and somebody intercepted it. And it was on Crabtree.
Yes, that's the
and
one.
Richard Sherman goes up to Crabtree and like smacks him on the butt. It was Richard Sherman who was like being petty and like he tapped him on the butt. And Crabtree was like, "Get the fuck off of me." And then that's when Aaron Andrews is the reporter came to interview him. And he was like, "Talk to me about that moment." And he was heated. He's like, "When you try me with a sorry receiver like that, that's what you're gonna get." And
yes, that's the exact moment.
And that was the thing. So like, if
so
they
wait, Sherman was fucking with him first?
Yeah, he was being a dick. Yes, Richard Sherman was
Sherman's
being a
that
dick.
kind of guy. He's smart.
So my thing is, I'm not sure if maybe that was the narrative of him disrespecting Aaron Andrews. Maybe that was, but I'm saying that the incident was Crabtree was salty with Sherman's reaction. And then Sherman got heated after his salty reaction.
Well, see, I'm agreeing with you because I think the narrative after that became Richard Sherman is a thug because he disrespected this reporter. like the exact reason that happened. Like you
But
know
is
more
it-
about it than I do.
Is
but,
it
like,
because he disrespected the reporter, or because he disrespected Michael Kraft?
well, because the thing is, I saw an interaction between two football players, and then I saw a reporter run on stage and interview one of them, and then everyone's like, he's reacting to the reporter. It's like, no, he's reacting to the other football player.
Yeah, that I don't
like
know.
so, like that. But my point is, I feel like the controversy became how Sherman reacted to the reporter, but I'm agreeing with you. Is like I had no idea he fucked with that guy all day before that. Because I saw, like, well, I didn't know that. So I saw a guy I saw Richard Sherman come up to a guy and be like, good game. And the other guy was like, no, fuck you.
No, it was him, like...
No, that makes Sherman the troll.
Yeah,
he's
troll.
being the, like, yeah,
Sherman was
he
trolling.
if he fucked with the guy, they was like, hey, good game. And the guy's like, fuck
winner.
you. Like, yeah, fuck you.
There was also the incident with Trent Williams, where Trent Williams punched him, which they're not teammates. Trent Williams punched him in the game. He, like, after a game, Richard Sherman came up to Trent Williams, who was, like, talking shit to him, and, he got in his face, and I think Trent Williams punched him or something. And then there was the Tom Brady, "You Mad Bro"? Remember that one? When
You Mad Bro became a meme after the
remember that when they beat Seattle, and it was or they beat.
Well, see,
Patriots.
Patriots beat Seattle.
But the "You Mad Bro."
I still remember the moment that game happened. I was working at the fucking. Like, God damn, that was my first year living here after moving from New England to Washington. Like, God damn. I remember because I worked on a deli and I was working there the night of the game, and I remember I just opened the door and walked out, and there were people walking up Capitol Hill and
Just
like
so sad.
crying. Literally like 10 people walking in a row just crying, and I was just like like knowing they wouldn't do anything because what they I'm protected by rules of customer service interaction. Oh, pussy's what I'm saying. I want to establish for the pod. I'm not pretending to be a tough guy.
That's the sad part, right? How desperate are people for that customer service job that they don't want to risk getting fired over some shitty...
Yeah, over laughing at a guy.
Right.
Well, no, to be fair, I was more worried that like a drunk Seahawks fan might get crazy enough to choke me. Because like in Massachusetts, a Pats fan will punch you. Like they might be a pussy and it might not matter, but someone will punch you over a Patriots game.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes sports is an excuse for people to be violent. They, are violent already, and they're just using sports as an excuse to kind of get it out, or right? It happens a lot.
I think
and it gives
happens with a lot of shit.
It gives the sport a bad name, the fans or something, right? Like you think of Raider fans.
Well, I mean, I don't mean to go too, but like when a guy like that guy you saw like the Dark Knight movie and shot up the movie theater, like I don't think he did that because of the movie. I think that movie gave him the like. I think people have shit that like.
Yeah, it's already in them.
Yeah, it's already in you. You just need the excuse and you justify it. Like, I mean, I've always been lazy. I could say like, oh, well, I saw Aqua Teen Hunger Force and I really related to Carl, the fat lazy. But like, no, like that shit's just me. Like it's when people are like, like the Joker movie causes people to be loser weirdos. It's like, no, like they were loser weirdos like already. Like what the fuck?
His Highness is there taking in the game.
Yeah,
the Supreme Leader.
Mickey Mouse?
It's the Supreme Leader, dude. Because they're in Orlando. They're in the bubble.
Ha-ha!
Yeah, and,
we're going here. Ha-ha!
And the NBA is doing the bubble in Disney World. And,
yeah,
it's reopened, though. It's weird. I don't know how they're like...
But, I mean, where are we opening? We're about to go to Chinese... Although, to be fair, my girlfriend works in the medical industry. Seattle... Well, one of the states, like... Or, of all the states with cities... Because like places with major cities are different than places that don't have cities. But like of the 20 states that have major cities, we're the best. Lowest curve, like
I know we slowed the curve.
We slowed it, like we're good. Like it is because we've been so fucking like people complain, but like because we've been so draconian about it, where it's like, yeah, if you go to the convenience store without a mask, they kick you out. Like that's the reason we're fucking.
But isn't that how it is everywhere? That's
no,
not true.
No, but like you see those like some Republican states are just like, fuck it, we don't, like Tiger King shit, where it's like we don't believe in that.
Carol Baskins killed her husband, and you want me to wear a mask?
Carol Baskins wants us to wear a mask.
I mean, you could do it if you want to, but I'm a red-blooded American.
I'm glad to bring it back. I feel like our first hot episode was the Tiger King episode.
Tiger King episode? Bro,
yeah.
I mean, I don't think we ever had any hot episode.
Last week's was pretty good. Before we got into arguing about Pete Davidson, whether Davidson would have kicked Osama
That was good. That was good content though, because
I thought everything around that was great. Really.
What about this? It's so fucking frustrating.
I mean, if you want to get into more heated arguments, we could just make the podcast a debate.
We could. Yeah, I want to get
Record
general
all.
reactions out of you and out of me, and I want to have actual conversations. And
Honestly, most of the shit you get out of it is
And I
pretty
just take-
general.
and I just take turns to talk fucking nonsense that we do. You know?
Wait, you're saying you're sick of hearing me talk about if Reagan Thompson had to say his name backwards?
Yeah, if you're rigging bits. I mean, that's a funny pick. I didn't know that was actually Birdman's fucking name.
I don't know why that's stuck in my head.
Because you're a red-blooded racist.
It's gonna be the worst thing is when I'm like Durs from Workahol. I try to run for city council. Like, here's a podcast you used to be on.
That was me rewinding a podcast of you saying bad things.
Yeah, that definitely.
But it's funny because I have that like.
Man, last week you were lamenting being the racist. So
No, my thing is like, I say racist things, right?
Yeah.
Did that make me racist? Probably. But I'm trying not to be, so I'm going to continue to be conscious of it and like not shy away from my past and be
But
like,
I mean, if we're
don't dig up my past because I was racist. No, you should have been racist, but hopefully now you're
this
not.
isn't. Well, this
Oh,
isn't.
Anthony Davis is hurt.
This isn't an argument against what you're saying though. But it's not what we were talking about with the Big J Ogerson thing though, where it's like.
Oh, he's really hurt. Oh
But if
shit,
what you're
Anthony
saying-
Davis
Whoa.
is down. Uh-oh.
I mean, if they've lost 2 players, they're done. Like, holy shit.
Anyways, fuck it. What's up, man? How's your daughter? You know what, dude? I'm about to be a father. If I have a daughter, guess what I'm gonna call her?
What?
I'm gonna call her Barney.
What, Barney?
Because I heard about your Uncle Ronnie too, man. I'm sorry. You know, I had a friend kill himself over some bitch who didn't want him.
Yeah?
Nothing?
Well, I'm trying. Wait, I know because that's someone's stand-up bit, but I can't remember
How
who.
close to Stan. And I can feel it all. That's that Stan song.
Eminem. That's an Eminem.
That's Dido, but yeah, the
Dido, but Eminem, yeah, it's
it's if I have a daughter, guess who I'm gonna call her? I'm gonna name her Bonnie. I heard about your Uncle Ronnie too, man. I'm sorry. Anyways, you know what I don't like anymore? It makes me cringe. Eminem.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Like,
See, I haven't listened to because that shit I'm a few years younger than you, so that shit was in 6th grade when it came out. So that was my shit. To me, it's like.
no, Eminem came out in 1999.
Yeah, I was in 6th or no, I wasn't.
I was
in
in 1999. I was 11. No, I was.
That was 13.
I was
But
10.
my point is I think everything is gonna, but isn't.
You're right. 6th grade for you probably.
But I was gonna say, I think The Simpsons might be the only exception.
Two.
But everything you thought was cool when you were 10 is gonna seem dorky.
That's
now,
true.
right?
And I
Like
think
everything. Because everything, if when you're 10, you're stupid. When I was 10, I would only eat cheese sandwiches. You think I'd eat fucking a slice of cheese and get with
Cheese
2
sandwich.
That's all I'd eat when I was 10.
Fucking
2
rat.
slices of Velveeta between Wonder Bread. You think I'd eat that shit now? No, we're about to go to crab buffet. You get more sophisticated as you get older.
Hey, you get more sophisticated as you get older, you fucking kabunga.
But I mean,
Hey, get in there, boy, you fucking
let me
racist.
ask you, you revisited Mitch Hedberg recently?
Oh, Mitch Hedberg, he's fucking amazing.
You used to love that when I was a kid. Listen to it now and tell me if you like it.
No, dude, you don't like Mitch Hedberg right now?
I might have heard the jokes too many times.
Why you don't like Mitch Hedberg right now, bro?
I love Mitch Hedberg, but I might have heard the jokes too many times that maybe I just know them all. Maybe that's it, but it's I can't. I used to listen. Maybe that's it. You listen. The Simpsons is the only thing I can rewatch forever. Because everything else, you rewatch enough, you're like, I don't know, you get bored of it.
I was talking to my coworker today, and we were talking about The Simpsons. I was quoting The Simpsons like I always do, and he was like, I recently got Disney Plus subscription. Shout out to Disney Plus. Actually, not.
Don't shout out. Not on this one.
Look at, right. Don't shout out. Fuck Disney Plus.
Yeah,
fuck
that's the
Disney.
only thing. Mandalorian, more like the
Wackanorian.
yeah.
But look at
better than me.
What I was gonna say is, fuck, I
Nice.
forgot. Dude, this is
Disney Plus has The Simpsons because I thought FX.
That go in?
I thought. I don't
I
know.
can't
The bulb is
Dude.
the basketball was 2 inches from going in, and then it blew up, and we don't know if it went in or not.
Just look better though. Check it out. I just broke my thermometer.
Hold up. All right. So, listen. It's the end of the first.
It's the end of
We
my
need
day.
we need to do at least 20 more minutes to make this a full episode.
What are we at right now?
About 25 minutes.
Look, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. This whole thing has been a disaster.
Yeah.
I think the podcast sucks. Definitely the reception to the TV, the finals game sucks. Anthony Davis getting hurt sucks. I keep like adjusting my shirt because I keep thinking I'm too fat in front of the screen.
You're thinner
I'm
than
like-
you've ever been.
But I'm still fat as shit. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how thin I get. I have like it's more of like a self-image issue. It's more
Oh,
of a,
it's your internal. All right,
right.
well,
It's
listen.
more of an insecurity, regardless
All
of
right.
how amazing I fucking look, bro.
God, dude, I forget. All right. So how about this? I got a proposal for you.
Okay.
So we're 25 minutes in.
Mm-hmm.
We do another 12-15 to get to 40 minutes. That makes it a fully official episode, and we can finish the joint.
See, I think this is.
Then I say we yank it up.
Hey, that worked. This looks amazing.
Yeah,
Although it's one of those things where the ad's gonna be crystal clear and the fucking.
That happens to me all the
It's
time.
a real thing. Look, I
But
think.
that's where you know, because I feel like people accuse me of being a paranoid conspiracy theorist.
I just think that it's. Why wouldn't you do that? Is my point.
But I mean, the companies have to be doing it. If you're a fan of the show and you think I'm a paranoid psycho, you're probably right. But everything in your life, evaluate it through the terms of that. When you go to your streaming website, the ads come in perfectly, and the shit you want to watch, choppy as fuck. Just look, everything in your life, look through it through that lens. That's what I would ask you to do.
Asinine. You need to deliver buffets.
No. Actually, they do plates.
Yeah, but I wanted.
I know what the fuck that means, a plate and a buffet, but listen.
It doesn't. It's not a buffet. A buffet means you got up and
Yeah.
you got it from a thing, right? A trough, as you would. That's
That's probably the best way
what's
to
the bit in
describe
The Simpsons when when Marge is like stressing out her hair.
When
falling out?
when they're just like, please don't pick up the cooking tray, and Homer just yanks.
No, it's the like.
I'm gonna do that tonight.
They're like they're all in front of the TV eating dinner, like in front of the TV, and she's like, "Why are we eating in front of the TV?" And Bart, "Why are you like in your underwear? It's only 5 p.m." Like, what? It's not the Ritz. And then he's like, "Besides, if you wanted us to be neater, you would just feed us out of one long bowl." She goes, "You're talking about a trough.
Oh, yeah.
We are not gonna eat out of a trough."
No, that's exactly.
That's the Belvin. In a McDonald's commercial, I'm telling you, bro, you're sleeping on reggaeton and like you're like
I am sleeping.
You're like a weird, like, old hermit crab man. Like, I don't know what to tell you, brother. Like,
Really?
yeah. If I'm gonna be just,
No, but I
you
know about the Travis Scott meal.
Yeah, but I just think like
Yeah,
you
how
should
did
have
I-
known.
how did
But
this-
did you know Travis Scott before he was
No.
in the McDonald's commercial?
No.
Interesting.
No.
You didn't know about Travis Scott before?
How
he
did
was-
you know? Is it because you
'Cause-
work with children? Like what?
That's actually a good point. But no, because he has a bunch of popular songs that like I enjoy listening to.
Well, so because I would say this because I work,
You
you know,
just
like
did.
where I work in the supermarket department.
Uh-huh.
Most of the people who work with me are like 17 to 21, which usually makes me feel like shit.
17, 21.
Well, it makes me feel like a loser because they're all younger than me. But the one thing I've always taken from that is like, but I'm hooked up into the young culture. I'm like, yeah, I eat and everything. But no, I don't
See,
know
that
shit.
I don't know what that is. I never heard what you
That's some
that a word.
TikTok shit.
Yeah, eat. It sounds like a fucking word in Yiddish, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
It's from me, but like.
Now that's a bit. Hey, you
I
like
missed
Mel
the-
Brooks, huh? That's a
No,
what it
man,
is.
I'm so sad I missed the new hot reggaeton shit.
You're so sad you're gonna kill yourself later with a revolver.
Honestly, I'm kind of like her.
Just kidding.
Dude,
Don't
no,
kill
my
yourself.
buddy used to. He made a joke like that once because he was like 2 years older than us in college. We're like, what do you want for your birthday? He's like, well, listen, when I turn 30, what I want is I want you to buy me a revolver
Oh,
and one bullet.
dude, you see,
Yeah, I was
that's
like,
hilarious
dude, that's funny,
and
man.
sad.
No,
So,
I mean, he didn't mean it. He's still alive and he's dating a banging hot woman.
but maybe he's gay. That's why he wants to fucking.
No, he was a real like
He's
he was
like, I
a,
could never be fucking transparent with my family.
Tim, you're my boy. He was just this rich
Great.
he was this rich California dude who went to our high school.
Does Tim watch this? Tim
He
doesn't
might.
watch-
I'm gonna send
Tim
him
doesn't
it
watch
actually.
this
He'd
shit. Hey,
love
shout
it.
out to Tim if you watch this.
Yo, fucking.
Hey, Bam Adebayo with a fucking flesh.
Yo, what up?
My point is, don't kill yourself, Tim. Don't do it, brother.
I
you
got-
know, you want to be on the podcast? I don't know. Let me help you not kill yourself.
Did you guys had a college newspaper, right?
A college newspaper, probably. But what's a newspaper? What's a college? I can't read it. I'm not educated.
I used to do a comic strip for a college newspaper, and then it was like our final week.
Is the way to tell me that you used to write for the college newspaper? Did
Yeah.
you see? You asked me to see if I knew what a college newspaper was, or did you ask me if we had one?
I asked if you had one as a way, Because I don't legitimately think you don't know what a college newspaper is.
Right, so I think I'm just high. I just think I'm high, and I'm.
No, it's good to interrogate that. Well, so here, I felt I don't know. I guess I don't respect my audience.
It just that's fair. That's
Which
fair.
they taught me you're supposed to do. You're supposed to
respect the audience. No, they're all fucking idiots. Fucking audience.
See,
except for Tim.
Yeah, except for fucking Tim.
Not you, Tim. Don't kill yourself, Tim.
Yeah, please don't
Tim,
kill yourself.
Tim, you got a banging wife, Tim. If you're gay, fucking let me have her then.
Although they're
Just
Irish
kidding.
Catholic, so they
Disrespect.
might, and they're Irish Catholic, and they're not married, so they might not have fucked yet.
Oh,
You
that's
might be 32,
dude,
and you guys might not have fucked. God damn.
No, if they're Catholic and they don't have 80 kids right now, yeah, they're having
They
fun.
definitely have. Jesus.
No,
Dude.
that's not true. No.
That's absolutely true.
You're just judging them. You're judging two things. You're
I grew up
judging
with
them.
only Irish
Well,
Catholics.
check this out. Check this out. You're judging them on two things. You're judging them, one, by assuming that they haven't had sex and therefore are less than, right? And two, you're judging the fact that people who are virgins are less than people who are not virgins, right?
Which I believe.
You believe that?
Strongly.
You think I'm less than? You son of a bitch.
I have no.
You son of a bitch. Me and the mailman had a moment, bro.
We touched fingers like E.T. going
Dude, he
home.
was like, here's your mail. And I was like, jizzed all over that.
But,
And he was like, what's this? I'm like, envelope adhesive.
also, I will say, my boy Tim, we were just talking about,
Mail joke.
one of the funniest things,
I'm the judge of that.
but like,
Ooh, Miami taking it to the Lakers.
no, I'm on a podcast with you. I know you don't know what's funny. But, so it was my buddy Tim and my other buddy, and they were drinking underage
Tim,
on campus.
is this your buddy?
Yeah, but the point, listen, to get to the funny part, they're drinking underage on campus, and they were watching a college football game, and they're walking from this house off campus back to the dorm. And Tim's buddy he worked as a security guard on campus,
Right.
and he sees his friend, and he's walking, and he's like, well, I gotta fuck with him. How can I not fuck with him? So he starts walking like 10 feet behind his friend, then he kind of gets 8 feet, 10 feet, and he sees his friend kind of look in the peripheral. He sees he's wearing a uniform. And like you can hear beer bottles clinking in his bag, and his roommate Derek, who is a security guard, just to fuck with him, goes, "Sir, can I open your bag for a second?" And Tim and his friend both turn around, and Tim just points at his other friend and goes, "It was him. He's the one who shot JFK," and just runs as fast as he can down, like books it. And he was like, I think a sprint or something, but just runs as fast as he can. And his other friend that he pointed at and said he's the guy who murdered JFK just looks and immediately sees his friend. He's like, "Hey, Derek." He's like, "Yeah." And they just both start laughing. Like, very funny.
It was. It was very.
It was good. He's funnier than me. I'm
Apparently.
glad you didn't laugh at it.
Honestly, look, I'm gonna be real with you.
You're drunk.
You lost me, maybe because I'm drunk, maybe because I'm high, maybe because I'm watching fucking a commercial for 2K21, and it had at the bottom, it said, this game is not yet released, and all this is a whatever, like, in production video.
So that's all just the gameplay.
So my point is, they're trying to sell you something that doesn't exist.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? And it's
Also,
like,
if you got the Switch, well, I mean, and if John Madden's been doing that, because it always be like.
John Madden doesn't do shit, but fucking give his name to EA.
Oh, but I mean, whoever did that though, because they always sold the year.
Most people don't even know who Madden is. Like, Madden, that's the guy who invented the football game, right?
That's what time was beer boss.
Well, there's another guy who invented the football game. There's more the guy, you know.
But also, if you care when the new one comes out on Nintendo Switch, because I bought.
I don't care for sports games on the Switch.
Alright.
They suck.
Well,
Except like
but when the new one comes out, they sell them on the Switch for like $1.99.
because they suck so much.
That's it. When NFL 2K20 came out, I got when NBA like 2K20 came out, I got like 19 for like $1.99. Like they just give it away.
Give it away now for $1.99 on PlayStation Store.
Which, to be fair, I never played it. I bought it.
Because it's
never
not a good
played it.
game. I don't play.
But also, why do you like? But even me, who doesn't follow basketball, I'm like, I don't want to play the one that's a year behind. I bought it because I was high.
Yeah,
like,
which is
but,
why
like,
I
I don't want
which
to
is-
because you're a loser. You're inherent. Like I want to be behind. Like I'm a
It's
loser.
the same case for a lot of things that they do now, right? Like Apple products. It's
Yeah.
like you don't. The Apple product is not the superior
Having
product. If anything, it's the inferior product. But you get it because you want to have that blue text when you use iMessage or iOS.
Yeah, well, I'll say having an old iPhone bothered me less than having the old NBA 2K.
That's fair.
That bothered me. I don't know why. Well, to be fair, I bought a new iPhone like 3 months ago, so maybe that's bullshit. But...
Go away now. Tyler Harrow.
Whoa! That was a
Bang.
nice shot.
Tyler Harrow from downtown. Oh, we call that the elbow right there. You know why they call that the elbow?
Why do they call it the elbow?
Because you see how it makes an elbow at the corner there.
Oh.
You know?
It's like an elbow.
Yeah, sure.
They should just call Green Arrow the elbow. Or Hawkeye. They should just call him Elbow.
They should call Hawkeye the guy who should use a gun.
Yeah, in the comics, they finally just started giving him guns.
Yeah, my thing is you could
Which just makes him Bullseye from Daredevil.
If it's a thing where it's like accuracy, like you just make him very accurate. He doesn't have to fucking shoot fucking impractical accurate things. It's like Gambit, right? All of the Gambit thing's cool with the fucking cards.
Yeah.
I would make Gambit a magician. What if they do a fucking let's remake the Gambit? Let's do a Gambit movie. They were gonna do Channing Tatum and F out through because
but I think in the cartoon Gambit can charge anything. He just chooses to use
cards
because it's cool.
Because he's a magician. In our rendition of Gambit, he's gonna be this magician in fucking Vegas, a struggling magician, right? Like, you could still make him occasion, he's just in Vegas, just trying to make it big.
He's got successful enough to get to Vegas, but he's not as top.
No, he's just in the street, just doing. Hey, excuse me, miss.
So he's like a Chris Angel mind freak.
I'm doing my.
I love it. Right? I love this.
Yeah, where he's like, and it's like,
he's like,
you want to see a magic trick? And he's like, oh shit.
And he's good natured, but
like
finally,
a sentinel finds out where he is, and he's like a casino owner, and he's like,
so I was thinking kind of like the beginning of Logan almost, where like, so he's a good natured street magician, but then there's like some like obnoxious kids that go to Vegas for the weekend. They're like, hey, what's up, Cajun? And they start pushing him, and then
it becomes a Joker. Had Todd Phillips directed.
Yeah. But the way in Logan they stop him until he's like, and then he like cuts the choke. Like they're like beating up Gambit, and then he's finally like,
hey, magic man, let me see your real magic. Yeah, they're just.
Why do you show me your tiny penis, magic man?
Leave me alone. Oh, look at his terrible accent. This guy's probably from like Louisiana or something. Yeah. He's like,
you're not your fake New Orleans.
He's like, he sees the janitor mopping the floor. Or
he
takes his mop and he has his staff and he's just like.
That actually, see, we got a pretty
Let's do it.
Yo, fucking, this is.
And then Professor X finds him and he's like, "We saw."
This episode is called The Writer's Room. You're getting into some podcast.
Hey, look, man, I'm just saying. Well, this is Gambit, which I thought hasn't.
No,
done at all. They haven't done Gambit at all and shit.
No, they did him in the shitty Wolverine.
That's right. And who played him? It was fucking Taylor Kitsch.
I never saw that.
It was Taylor Kitsch, the terrible dude from all the terrible movies he
Twilight?
No,
that's Taylor Lautner.
He was in John Carter. Remember that movie?
Never saw it, but I remember it.
It fucking tanked. I didn't see it either. Nobody did. That's the problem.
That was the first movie. That was the first big Hollywood movie in like 5 years to lose money when it came out.
That was a Disney movie that flopped.
I think that might have been. I think that was the first Disney movie in like 5 years like, to lose money.
Like that was like some Treasure Planet shit where it's like. Yeah.
Also, because I know it's not your shit. Did you see the last Disney Star Wars movie?
I did, but
I don't think I've ever seen a more boring movie.
It's so boring. It's so boring. It takes them 3 hours to say that fucking Rey's the grandson of a zombie.
Yeah, but it's
spoiler alert.
But every scene in the movie is also. I think
get there.
My buddy Colin said it best, but like every scene in the movie is just like an old character opening the door and being like, "Hey, did somebody order a pizza?" It's just like Lando showing up being like, "Hey, hey, it's me, Lando. Hey, it's me, Han Solo." Like it's just.
Hey, remember me, the guy from the movie you love?
Yeah, it's just references. It's the worst shit I've ever seen.
You know what's a great movie that doesn't get enough credit, and maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. But nice pass, better pass, even better pass by the Heat, and he missed a shot.
Also,
AD's back. I was gonna say, underrated movie, but it's fucking one of my favorites. It's fucking Thor Ragnarok. That movie's so good.
I don't know that it's underrated, but excellent.
It's a fucking great movie, man.
You know, so I'm gonna be honest. I did not see the first two Thor movies, but I saw Ragnarok in the theater.
The first two were not good.
Yeah, because I saw the trailer and I was like, I don't want to see this.
They weren't bad either, though. They weren't bad either.
I mean,
the second one was bad.
I am sure they're fine Marvel movies.
Yeah, the second one was bad, actually.
Well, because, like, alright, let's, like...
But Ragnarok is such a great film.
Quick go through.
Yeah,
Iron Man 1.
Iron Man 1, great movie.
Iron Man 2, mediocre, I would say. Your thoughts?
Iron Man 2, I don't even remember it. I think it was the one with, they had Whiplash.
Yeah. Iron Man 3.
Yeah, Mickey Rourke, he was the one.
How do you feel about Iron Man 3? Didn't see it myself.
That's the one with all the different marks.
It's the one where he's never Iron Man.
I guess. Yeah, he's never. Everybody else is Iron Man.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do a Thor accent here.
Captain America 1.
Sucked. You know, for me,
Solid,
the
you said?
no, it sucks. Not sucks.
I didn't like it either.
Here's my thing. I don't think that they suck. I don't think that they're like bad
But
made
the
movies.
origin ones are boring.
I just think for me,
Except Iron Man. Iron Man's the only good origin one.
I think it's too silly that he wears that stupid helmet. I can't get over the helmet. I'm sorry.
Really?
All these movies, the whole point of you making
So,
them
but
live
it's
action
not.
and
But it's
doing all
not
this
Chris Evans' face like CGI'd on
That
a
also,
10-year-old.
but that also adds to the like, you know.
You're like, I have to put up with this because it's
Evans is not a good actor. He's just
No.
the most beautiful man in the world, which I get. That's why you want in
the
your
most
movie.
Aryan man in the world. Yeah.
You want that's what you want in your movie. I
Not
get
another
it.
teen movie. Shout out.
But my
Great.
thing is like he was also the Human Torch, and like now they're doing this thing where
And
like,
he also sucked at that, but he was
you
handsome.
can't miscast superheroes and then expect me to like not remember that they were miscast earlier.
But also, Captain America's a bland as fuck superhero.
It is. It's a bland as fuck.
So why
fucking-
not
yeah,
get a
I
bland as
agree.
fuck motherfucker? Fine. Like, alright.
I just
get
think
it.
if he didn't wear like all the times where he was the like bad, where he was just Steve Rogers and he was like wanted by the U.S. government.
And not wearing it. Which also, that's
That was
like-
cool. That
But
was
that's-
cool.
but I
Don't
never
just
thought-
take off the fucking stupid helmet, man.
But
No.
I never thought about this. So in the big Wakanda fight, when they're in the most danger, he's not wearing a fucking helmet?
No, he stopped wearing a helmet when
The Hulk's, but I mean, the Bruce Banner's in a like Hulk Buster suit. I mean, that motherfucker's not gonna get hit in the head. He should be wearing a helmet, man. If I were to skateboard,
in that case, you should all wear helmets. But I'm saying,
they should, yes.
but not the helmet that he wears. It's like a weird helmet. It's super like.
No, it looks dumb as shit. It looks
dumb
like
as shit. You know what's a cool?
it looks like like the old timey football helmets.
Yeah, exactly.
It kind of looks
But
like
even
that
worse,
dumb shit.
Even worse, it looks like they made that too
But
big.
uglier.
The old timey football helmet's too big.
But they have
and
to
they
put-
just and they, you know what it looks like? It looks like you ever seen or read fucking Fat Albert.
Yeah.
You know the guy that was just the fucking
Oh,
the bad guy?
fucking mushmouth.
Mushmouth. That's what it looked like. That's fucking.
Yeah, like
That's what
no.
it looks like. It looks like a shitty attempt at Mushmouth.
I'll be honest. Of the
Or
three of
better
them,
attempt
Captain
at
America
Mushmouth.
sucks the most, though. Like
But
Iron Man.
you're not hearing me, Greg.
Oh.
I don't think it sucks. I think it's just really silly and cheesy with a stupid mask that no matter if it's good or bad or sucks or not suck, I can't get over the fact that this idiot is wearing a mushmouth mask. And like, it seems silly to me that our most elite fucking guy, operative,
Our best soldier
our
in the world.
most elite soldier is fucking wearing this stupid mask and this stupid costume. I also hate like when they have. I was watching.
The Shield is dumb too.
Well, just the military's kind of dumb about that too, where it's like they do these things where like you have camouflage all the time. I get it in environments where you need to camouflage, but like when they have like camo in like urban environments, or they're like all these National Guards that they're deploying to fucking cities and shit. Why are you wearing camo? You're in the city. We can see you. You're right there.
It's like you ever see You've seen Beverly Hills Ninja.
Yeah. I love
Do you
that
ever
movie.
see where Chris Farley tries to break into a house during the day, but he shows up in all black in a ninja outfit, and he's like, "Wah!" Like,
Yeah.
but he's like, "You're wearing all black during the day, motherfucker."
Exactly.
Like,
Where it's
what
the like.
fuck? Like it's supposed to be stupid in that. Is this another?
This is an A24 movie. I don't know, but you know A24. They did.
No, but is this
Uncut
some-
Gems. They did.
Oh, they did Uncut. Oh, so
I
is
think
this
they
the
did like.
Safdie brothers?
I think they did Us. Maybe Get Out and some of those.
All right, I don't know them, but like.
Oh man, fuck! What happened? They just cut out here. It might be a Safdie Brothers movie. Is my point. But it does look like.
I mean,
it
listen.
looks like a more hip or modern.
I only seen
translation.
Uncut Gems, but I will be honest. I love Uncut Gems.
It's great. I
watch
did rewatch it, and it wasn't as exhilarating as the first time because you know all the things, but it was still good. I'm sorry, fucking Adam Sandler over here, fucking.
Because I thought I would hate it, but then I ended up loving
Hey, you
it.
know what's good that I like to watch?
Yeah.
There's this thing that I think Variety maybe puts on YouTube. It's like the actors table or something, and it has a bunch of actors.
Yeah.
I saw one recently, an episode. It was Jamie Foxx, who was the best one on that whole
A
panel.
superstar.
Yeah, he was.
He's a
But look at this panel they had, and he was the best fucking most talented guy there. The panel consisted of Tom Hanks, Robert De Niro, Shia LaBeouf, who was probably nothing. Shia LaBeouf. What's his name? Fucking Kylo Ren. I like him too as an actor.
I don't like him.
I
I don't
him.
like him.
What's his name?
Adam Driver.
Adam Driver.
I don't like him, but move on. That's everyone.
Who's the fifth guy? There was another guy, a huge banger.
Bruce Willis or something?
I can't remember the other guy. Maybe it was just 4 guys.
But Jamie Foxx is a superstar, like actor, plays fucking piano, singer. Like he can do everything. Like I mean, Tom Hanks, great actor. But I mean, like Jamie Foxx is a fucking superstar.
I think Tom Hanks is one of those guys that does the same thing as Brad Pitt, George Clooney, Matt Damon, Matthew McConaughey, where it's like, yes, you're feeling those emotions, but that's Matthew McConaughey being really sad. That's Matt Damon being really sad. That's Leonardo DiCaprio being really sad. I want to see a character. Not Leonardo DiCaprio being
like you want to see Daniel Day-Lewis shit. Like
yeah,
I mean that's the
like,
God level.
That's the God level.
Like,
where it's like that wasn't Daniel Day-Lewis being angry. It was fucking that guy being angry. Where
I would say this: try to do an impression of Daniel Day-Lewis. You can't. You can do an impression
of his movies.
You can do an impression of any character he does.
But you know that's a
But
thing.
there's not an impression of Daniel Day-Lewis.
That's an actor thing, which I used to think it was kind of a talent, but I think it's actually, which I don't know. My point is here. You say for yourself. Alison Brie talked about it. Not Alison Brie. She sucks. Brie Larson. Alison Brie doesn't suck. I take that back. But Brie Larson was talking about how, as an actor, you don't want to show your own personality because then it will be associated with whatever you're trying to convey, right? So it's like if you're fucking, if people really know who you are and then you're on screen or on stage trying to do something, they're going to be like, that's great doing that, right? Whereas if you're always very reserved and very like, I'm not going to show my true self, my personality, they won't know if I'm acting, they won't know if I'm like, right? Because they'll be like, oh shit, I never knew that Punch knew or like behaved like that because he's never been like that in his life.
Well, but I think part of that too is just like having the wherewithal to like kind of hide yourself.
To hide yourself.
Yeah.
Which
because
Daniel Day-Lewis does all the time.
Yeah.
So all these like
but
kind
also,
of, it's a thing is what I'm saying. Like Daniel Day-Lewis hides himself so that when he does a character, you're not like I don't. You have no point of reference, you know.
One of my favorite actors too is Vincent D'Onofrio, that big fat is in like he plays a bug in Men in Black.
That's such a good fucking part too. Yeah. That's such a good performance.
Well, and he's in Magnificent I mean, that's not a good movie, but the point is like
Iron in Hell. He's in Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah, but I think he's another one who's a very good actor, but also like does not give interviews a lot, and I think that's why it helps.
But I think it does help. But I'm saying, is it because that means you're good?
I think. Well, so I would say this.
That's why Jamie Foxx is even better because you know who Jamie Foxx is.
And
he still fucking hides it.
That is
right?
why.
Like you know who Jamie Foxx is, and he's still like, wait, no, that's Django. Wait, it's also Jamie Foxx. Dude, the fucking shit just cut out.
But I would say
it
this.
just cut out.
But I would say this to the point. To the point about with Vincent D'Onofrio or Daniel Day-Lewis, where they don't want to give interviews and stuff, but yet they're still good actors. Like, I think part of that too, though, is that like it's because they're dedicated. Cause, I mean, you went through the fucking thing. Like, there's a lot of people that just want to be famous. Like, I think like Daniel Day-Lewis doesn't care about being famous. He just he's an actor.
Yeah, he just
but so to that point, that's why he
cares about being rich.
He doesn't care. I mean, famous might be different, but he doesn't care about being rich.
All these dudes care about being rich, and I hate when people are like, "I do it for the love." Yeah,
but I heard Daniel Day-Lewis give an interview once, and he was talking about when he was 14 years old, he was part of a traveling Shakespeare company.
Of course.
Well, but they would be going to poor towns in England. He would walk on stage in the costume, and he's like, I'd be in Romeo and Juliet, I'd come out in the costume. I would have to stop for 2 minutes because everyone in this mining town would just be pointing and laughing at me and calling me gay and yelling at me. And they're like, look at that cold piece, what if it... And he's like, but he never stopped.
Well,
so that's a man
can't
who...
Stop, won't
but
stop,
that's a man who's in it for the game. If you go out on stage and people laugh at you and call you a loser, and you're doing it for the game.
That's a man who does it for, you're right, for the craft, right? Where
that's a man who's in it to win.
Like Floyd Mayweather.
Exactly.
The craft is so perfected. It's all about perfecting the craft.
But you get the reason you get that good is because you care that much. That man cared to get laughed at. I mean, it's what we do. That's over conflating it. But when you and I go to a fucking open mic and perform for 3 other people.
I said, excuse me, I don't know what conflating means.
Conflating means comparing something, but in a negative way.
Gotcha.
There's the beat off lesson for the. Listen,
we gotta be diligent of the time. That was a big word I shouldn't have used in that situation.
So it looks to be. Wait, I can't say it. It looks to be 7.
What's the time right
Listen,
now?
it's 7. Listen, I'm gonna be honest. It's 7:05. We got 45 in.
7:45.
We got 2 really good segments.
I don't know where you're going, bro. I'm watching the Laker game. Is my point.
Well, I was gonna say because we had 2 really good segments. The middle was kind of beefy, but if we wanted,
This whole thing has sucked.
I disagree, but if we wanted to call,
well,
then if you want to call it,
if you think this is not trash, you, my friend, are delusional.
Yeah, there was some alright stuff there. Point being,
garbage.
Fine.
Absolute.
Then you're making my point
garbage.
for me.
Let's
call it and go to the buffet.
No way. I think you gotta embrace the garbage, bro.
Really?
Also, I'm watching the Laker game. I feel like we do got time though, where we can make
We
it
got
during
3
halftime.
minutes.
Yeah, where we can make it in halftime if you want to time it and try to watch it over there.
Yes.
But I'm saying it's all
Listen,
about
if you want to game
the
the
love
whole
of the
thing
craft. It's all about the love of the game, bro. Sit down.
I agree.
Sit your ass down and let's do a good fucking podcast for once in your fucking life. You fucking drunk bastard.
There have been some okay.
They've all sucked. You know how I know they've all sucked?
Yeah.
Because if they were any good, I'd be on Spotify.
That's not true. We need advertisements.
Advertisements? What do you gotta have? You gotta advertise. You gotta advertise with the talent, bro. The fucking the work does all the advertisement. You ever need a really good or you need a service done, construction or something, where it's like, oh man, I need somebody to paint my house, which is not construction, I guess, but it's painting or maintenance, and somebody's like, I know a guy. He's so good. He fucking painted my house in 20 minutes. He fucking only used 1 brush. He didn't get any paint on the ground. It looks amazing, different shades. He only charged me this much. That's good service. That's good work. Somebody's gonna recommend that to another person. You're not gonna. I understand that there's also an element of sometimes people just don't know you and they won't recommend you, and you need to get your voice out, your name out there, and you have to advertise and do all that shit. But I think if there really is anything in the craft, anything in the work that you put in, that people are going to speak to it, that are going to say, this shit is so good, I need to tell other people about it, you don't have to worry about getting the fucking word out or marketing or advertising. What I'm saying is we're nowhere near that, clearly, because this fucking podcast is trash. It's fucking absolute garbage.
Do not badmouth the podcast on the podcast. We've talked about this. It's unacceptable.
Why'd you stop for a second in front of me? You wanted me to blow you right there?
Yes, I did.
Then why did you leave so quickly?
Penis.
Alright, check this out. What if we just started just talking about commercials we see? So this is wait, don't say the company. Don't advertise.
Well, there's 2 green men from Always Sunny on the screen.
No, but these aren't green men because the green man from Always Sunny is called Green Man, and it's a man in a green latex suit or some sort of
Yeah, well, it's
skin
in a
tight
green
suit.
football. Listen,
But they're not. See, those weren't
All right, then what
They
were
were
you
just-
gonna say about it?
I think you could just call them Green Man, but as soon as you said from Always Sunny, then I expected like a green putty from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, right?
Well, I thought
their
then
face
we
was
would
covered.
use that to then expand on the topic.
I just think your reference was a poor one because it didn't make me reference what you were talking about or pointing at. It made me reference Always Sunny, so I thought of this green man, but in reality, these guys were just wearing green football pads and a green jersey. That's it.
Well,
And that to you was green man. Green broccoli is green. I know green things. Green is
they were
That's what I got. That was
they
the
were
reference.
standing in front of a green screen.
I'm sure, but you don't know that. You assume it because
They showed it on the commercial.
No, they were on a football field.
Rewind it. They were but then it
You
cut
can't
to them on
rewind
a
it.
green screen.
This is no. My point is they were on a football field, weren't they?
Which is green?
I guess sure. My point is that's your fixation is the color, not the actual reference. It was green. I know green. Grass is green. Green. Sometimes when I take a shit and I had a fortnight of fucking drinking.
Sometimes if you eat cake with blue frosting, it comes out green.
If you mix yellow and blue, that makes green. And you're like, yeah, I get it. You know the color green. Greg, I get it. Thanks for
Well, a
referencing
lot
what
of
color
people,
green
a lot of people don't think I know what green is. So
well, those fucking people are fucking proved wrong right now. Greg knows the color green. What two colors make green, Greg?
Blue and yellow.
Wrong. It's blue and yellow, you idiot.
Yeah. Wait.
You said blue and yellow, you moron.
No,
But the answer is blue and yellow.
I meant blue and yellow.
You know what's blue and yellow?
Blue and yellow. Blue and yellow.
My mailman, after he tells
Yeah,
me
sexy.
that he fell at the paint aisle in Home Depot and didn't have enough time to change out of his clothes. And also his uniform is blue and yellow. Our mailman uniform is blue and yellow. What do they wear?
Blue and something.
Blue and yellow, blue and yellow.
You know they had Newman do like the actual post office had like Newman do a commercial for him.
That's cool.
He's like, hey, you don't cut funding to the post office or some shit.
A recent one?
Yeah, it came out like yesterday or today.
Yesterday was a day that the post office didn't exist, but now it's run by the government. Let's keep it part of public town. Oh, if you make the post office private, you'll pay. And then everybody will say that you're gay. Yesterday, I sucked a lot of dick when I was gay. Now I'm still gay, but it's kind of okay. So yesterday, I ate your face. Then it turned into a Hannibal musical.
Hey, listen, it's no worse than
Hannibal Lecter, I'm a guy who has no face.
Wait, no, he has.
Oh, he has extra faces. If anything, he has extra faces.
His many. Yeah, Rondo.
Rajón o Rondó. Hola, por la verdad que aquí estamos viendo un partido de baloncesto, basquetbol, como lo dicen ustedes allá en la Landia de los gringos. Y pues tenemos aquí a Rajón Orlando, y es uno de los jugadores que juega por el equipo de Los Ángeles Lakers. Y pues aquí están con una canasta para ellos, y ahorita están batallando, la verdad que están perdiendo por un punto, pero aquí estamos bien emocionados, bien contentos, porque estamos aquí en el segundo cuarto.
Podoncito.
But anyway, that was more Cuban, you know. Ooh, Harrow for three.
Yep.
Bang! He made that. Harrow was coming alive.
Miami, 57. Because I was going to suggest buffet
Well,
at
by four.
halftime, but we don't have time to go all the way down there during halftime, right?
Halftime will be about 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
You think we get there in time, or you want to fucking do it out and go afterwards? Up to you. 100%.
Cause what time is it? Yesterday.
7:30. It's 7:13.
I got plenty of time.
Yeah, we can watch the whole game.
Time. We can watch the whole game. Got here at 8:30. Run over there. Suck a dick real quick.
Oh, I'm gonna suck a dick on McCray. I'm gonna suck.
All right, here's a question for you.
Yeah.
Are you gay because it's funny, or are you gay because you were born like that?
Oh, this is funny.
Oh, you're lying, you fucking queer.
I like the way you pause. I could have fit a beep in there perfectly. You.
And then just gone right there.
Oh, you almost made that. All right, so now we're at halftime. So it's my thing. We can go now really quickly.
Nah, I mean, let's do the game and we'll go afterwards. It's fine. If that's what you want to do, let's do it. We got it.
It's a close game. It's kind of shitty. Let's go.
It is-
Fuck it.
Were you sure?
Hey, my name is Punch. This is Greg. This has been the Punch Cast. We hope you liked it. If not,
I'm as
try
surprised
next
as you
time.
are. We love you.
Fuck it. Let's roll.